In this video, we add a rule for taking the derivative of the product of two functions. And so we'll call that the product rule. And the product rule is not quite as straightforward or as easy as the sum rule. And the sum rule, remember, said that if you are taking the derivative of the sum of two functions, you can take the derivative of each of those functions separately and then add them together. We cannot do that with the product rule. So let me show you what I mean. If I'm taking the derivative of the product of two functions, we cannot take the derivative of f of x and then multiply it by the derivative of g of x. Instead, we have to use this product rule. What the product rule says is that we take f of x times the derivative of g of x, and then we add that to g of x times the derivative of f of x. Okay, so let's look at an example. Let's say I have 2x cubed is my f of x times, let's say, 3x squared plus 7x plus 5. And I want to take the derivative of the product of those two functions. The product rule says, let's go ahead and call this one f of x and this one g of x. The product rule says that the derivative is 2x cubed times the derivative of g of x. So the derivative of g of x, we have 3 times 2x to the first plus 7, and then plus the derivative of 5 is just 0, isn't it? Plus g of x, which is 3x squared plus 7x plus 5. And notice I put parentheses around that so that I don't forget to distribute if I need to multiply this out, times the derivative of f of x. And the derivative of f of x is just 2 times 3x squared. And let's go ahead and continue to simplify. We have 2x cubed times 6x plus 7 plus 3x squared plus 7x plus 5 times 6x squared. And if we wanted to continue to simplify, we could with 12x to the fourth plus 14x cubed. Notice I distributed the 2x cubed plus, now I'm going to distribute the 6x squared. So I get 18x to the fourth plus 42x cubed plus 30x squared. And we can combine like terms if we would like. We have 30x to the fourth plus 56, I believe. 42 plus 14 is 56x cubed plus 30x squared. So you might be wondering, if you're anything like me, why we didn't multiply f of x and g of x before taking the derivative. It seems like it would be easier that way, multiplying 2x cubed times each of the terms of g of x. And absolutely you can do that and you would get the exact same answer. And if you want to prove it to yourself, you just pause this video, multiply f of x and g of x first, then take the derivative of each of those terms, and you would get 30x to the fourth plus 56x cubed plus 30x squared. You would get the exact same answer. The power of the product rule is that it comes in handy when you can't multiply or it's not easy to multiply the two functions together, all right? So it's your choice. Again, if you can ever multiply the two functions together prior to taking the derivative, go ahead. If not, you can apply the product rule.